So CNN has Hillary substantially winning, like 80-20, with a was it 62-27. You said who has
Drudge had 80-20 for Trump.
Remember, these are.
I mean, you lose credibility when you put that number out.
Well, the problem with these polls is these are all non-scientific. They're online polls. You just go up and you can vote. ABC has Trump winning substantially.
Really?
Yeah. But again, you wouldn't expect that out of ABC, right?
No.
But these polls right now mean really nothing. CNN also has said that the bulk of the people that in their poll, a larger number of Democrats were in the poll as opposed to Republicans.
And Trump won?
No, and the CNN poll, Hillary won.
CNN, yeah.
But these polls really mean nothing. All that is going to mean anything, if you can follow polls, is what happens in the polls over the next week. The real polls, the scientific polls, what will happen. These are just online where you vote. The WIBX poll is just as accurate.
Right.
I'm not meaning to make fun of our polls, but it's just as inaccurate, I should say. Somebody says, does Trump have ADD? He was all over the place. He was Hillary Clinton's secret weapon last night. Very interesting, because we were just talking about during the break. If you watch House of Cards, this almost seemed like maybe the Hillary camp had paid off Donald Trump to give a poor performance. It seemed like the fix was on. If this was a sporting event, you'd say this was not this somebody took money for this.
The final question,
which we know is not true, but
it's not true. Yeah, right. The second to last question, the final question was, will you accept the outcome if you lose? But I'm paraphrasing. I believe it was something like that.
Yeah.
Trump, who would not say he would back someone else other than him, right? He would not commit to that. Or actually, maybe he did.
He said, "I will abide by the vote. If she wins, I will consider her president."
I mean, in the Republican primary process, initially he didn't want to commit to that. He just comes out and says, "I'll support Hillary Clinton."
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He is your false leader here. We've talked about this from the very beginning, that I almost think Trump is in this for Hillary, and last night was just so bad. If it didn't seem so personal to him, I would believe that, but it was extremely personal. She got under his skin. She remained in control. She laughed off the stuff that could have hurt her, and she handled it in true debate fashion. If you care about debates and how debates are done, but at the end of the day, I think the only thing that does matter is how the polling comes out at the end of the day. What we see by next week. Do the polls change because of this? Where do the undecideds go? Because that, if you supported Trump last night, you probably still support Trump vehemently and may even thought he still won. You might think he won. If you support Hillary, you support Hillary today. But what do those people who are truly undecided? What do the Bernie Sanders people have to say? What are those that say I'm kind of stuck in the middle? The Glenn Becks of the world, who, by the way, yesterday apologized to his listeners for endorsing Ted Cruz, and ripped on Cruz yesterday during an interview for endorsing Donald Trump, and that went on for a long time yesterday. But what do all those people who are undecided think of last night? That's the real question. I can't think of a Glenn Beck listener ever voting for Hillary Clinton. But the question is, will they put their vote in for Donald Trump? And
because he's been all over Trump.
Yeah, Bob is on. What do you think, Bob, on last night's debate?
Save the Constitution. Vote November 8th, no matter who you vote for. But I would vote for Trump, and I've been undecided ever since.
Yeah.
But I know one thing. Last night, I didn't waste my time watching that thing.
Okay, you didn't watch it, right?
No, because he already said it's rigged. It's all rigged.
You think it's rigged?
Yeah,
well, then why
I definitely
vote?
think so.
Why vote?
What's rigged? The debate or the election?
No, the Republicans, the Democrats, and the media.
It's not rigged.
Rigged.
You remember Bush Gore? It's not rigged. It's really not rigged. I understand there's delegates and there's the Electoral College and all of that, but I hate that apathy. But all right, Bob.
I heard Hillary had the inside on the questions last night, and she was trying to make a deal with Lester.
Oh, okay.
Where did you hear that?
The Republican.
Come on.
It's out there.
Okay. All right.
Bob, Tuesday, November 8th. Stay home, make a sandwich,
No, I'm going to
and
vote
watch
for
the
US
Star Wars
Constitution.
saga.
All right, Bob.
Vote
Kathy.
for the U.S. Constitution. That's the only way. We don't want any liberal judges in there.
All right. Kathy, good morning. Well, I got to tell you, I wouldn't trust Trump. I'm still not convinced he's on the side of conservatives. Kathy, you're on. What did you think?
Oh, I thought it was terrible. You know, I'm a Trump supporter, and I think the way he looked last night, it was horrible. He didn't look presidential to me at all. I think he actually looked better when he was trying to get the Republican nomination. That he looked like a president, but the way things went, I think Mrs. Clinton's probably already getting the truck packed up and ready to move in.
I think actually, I think Mr. Clinton's he's packing he can't wait to get back. I mean, the halls of that White House have been so good to me.
The
just
memories.
telling you the memories.
I don't think it's going to change now. I think even the other two debates, it's just, I think he's done for us.
All right.
But I'll vote for him anyway.
All right, Kathy, I appreciate
Bye-bye.
your call. Thanks so much. Somebody writes in, Michael says, for me, the winner last night was Gary Johnson.